Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. We are on the second session of the little mini tutorial series on how to transform these plain brown beverage bags that you get at your grocers or your liquor store. That you can have, they put wine in them, they put vinegar bottles, so you kind of have to ask for them. And I had stocked up quite a supply of these because I've been saving them for years, and I thought, well, I've got to use some up. I've done some other things. So the last session, let me move these aside, I showed you how to take this to get it to look like this, which is kind of a very vintage leather look. And we made these little, we worked on this one, inserts for your journals, or you can tuck it into a journal. This can be sewn right in. So this was the finished product. We got like 3/4 of the way through this, and then I came back and tweaked a few things. So we did that trim together. I added some trim and a button on the top of this that goes in this back pocket, and then in this back pocket. I think we had done this together, but I decided to add some sari instead of just the bulb pin with the key tag, the key hanger thing here, whatever you want to call that, and that's in that back pocket. Instead, I had it in the front pocket. Then I added a couple of tags in here and some trims. On the outside pocket, we had decorated this side together and popped this in this top pocket. And then I've got 3 pieces of ephemera, and this is going to be tucked. I'm going to sew this into my yellow-ish journal. It's going to have a lot of yellow in it, and that's the journal cover. And then I kind of laid this out, what I wanted here. I had added these tickets in the side. It's a little double ticket here. And then some more ephemera here in the side tuck. So there's a little tuck here, a tuck back here, another tuck here. Added this little daisy brad there, and then added some trim to the back of each of these tags so it looked nice on each side. So that one is finished. I had done this one, was my prototype, and so I showed you that. Now, today we are going to actually make some mini journals, and we're going to be using some fabric scraps and just whatever you have to make these. Now, I did a big stack of them because I have some of these are going to be tucked in as extra little presents for those that order journals from me. You know, I always pop in a little something. And then the larger ones I'm going to be choosing some people to give them away to. So this is a small, I only have this size bag left, so we're going to create a smaller one, which will be this size. Okay, so let me just show you a couple of these. They all came out a little bit different, but I left, instead of ungusseting the bag, I left the gussets in, so there would be room for photos and different fun things like that. And in the middle of each of these, I'm going to show you how I create these double envelope tucks for the middle, and then added a tuck spot in the back. So the one we are going to be creating today is this size, and then I have these larger ones, and I kind of did them. Some I added paper on the inside, some I added fabric on the inside, like this one. I tried to just go through and find, this has like a double pocket here, there's a pocket there and a pocket there. I have not stuffed any of these yet. This one right here, I added fabric on the inside, did all different papers. I chose some scrap papers I had and cut off papers, and then some other papers I thought went well with the fabric I chose. Here's one of the small ones again. So this will be the size we're creating today. Some of them I put little pockets in. So they're all a little different. Oops, that's stuck together. Oh, darn it. And then there's a little pocket here. And then I have, this is like a shabby chic style, and I had a little bit of this rose fabric left. And then I just added some trims, and you can see I layered some old book page here and different things. And I did the fabric here, and you can go as far as, you know, as you want with these. I could have added a pocket here, but I wanted to make a lot of them. So with that, we are going to create one that has a vintage, I'll show you in a second, the vintage fashions on it. And now this one I wanted to show you. I didn't even cover, only covered the fabric, and then I left the edges of the paper bag showing. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then I made a pocket here, and then there's a pocket in the middle. So this was the first one I made, and then I decided to do a little bit different. So there's a double pocket there on the other ones. And here's a little Paris theme. This one, again, you can see I left the paper bag. So there's all of that room there. I did the double envelope in the middle, and I'll show you how to put that together. I have one out here. Okay, so let me put these aside, and we will get started on creating one of these fun little beverage bag journals. Okay, let me put that up there, and I have this bag out. I laid this down here so you wouldn't see the glare on my desk. All right, so I decided I have a lot of this fabric here. I had done two vintage sewing journals, so I have a lot of this. So I have this fabric for the front and for the back. And then I have these papers, and I'm probably going to cut out part of this to put on the cover. And we'll just figure it out. I did pull some trims to pull out the tan color here, and I might have to get more trims. And I have the envelope. I'm going to show you how to do those envelope tucks. And then I have some different papers here. Actually, I think I started to fold that. I think they're pretty much sized down to the size and ready for us to tuck in. Now, you can see there's two things you can do here. The first thing I do is I cut off, I want this straight across. I don't want that. You don't have to do that. And I used, in case you see it, I used some decorative scissors on a lot of them. So I just came in and just did like this little scalloped edge here. Now, this is completely up to you. If you want, so I folded it, and then I folded in the other side. So if you want a little double tuck here, like I showed you on a couple of those, you would trim off this edge, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it just like it is. So basically all I did is figure out the size, how much I wanted to have this pocket back here. So I just folded it in, and then if you wanted a double tuck, you would, let me just cut this one off so you can see that. You would just trim off the edge, because we're going to be covering that, and then you'll have a pocket in here, and then a pocket in here, and then just trim off this side to even it up to the other side. I need to trim that a little bit more. So actually how I did it is after I did the fold, I drew a pencil line, and then I came in and cut it. Okay, so I'll probably use this and make another one real quick. So these are fun, easy, and quick to make. You can cover them with paper, your fabric scraps, your collage pieces, whatever you want to do. But we're going to, I had all these cut off papers, so, and I have all this fabric. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and wrap the whole thing in fabric. So I'm just going to lay that out just like that, and we know that this is the front. Okay, so I want the fabric to, I think this one I actually have to size. And yeah, let me see. I think I have enough here. So this would wrap just like this, all the way around, just like that. So I want to make sure it's the right way. So the shoe's upright. I think with this fabric, to be honest with you, it can go either way. But I think I'll do it like this here, because then this little dress is the right way here, even though the sewing machine is upside down. So it's just a fun fabric. All right, let's start covering it. And did I sew mine? Yes. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. I did take it to the machine and actually sewed right around, how did I do that? Oh, if you're going to sew it, I'm going to show you what you're going to do in a minute, how to sew it, so you don't sew your bag shut. So I'll show you that in a second. And I made these last week, so I'm kind of like forgetting how I constructed them, but I'll show you how you have to sew it. You're kind of going to take it apart. I'll show you in a sec. And you know, if you like this look, you can just do the whole leather one, make the leather look journal. And let me lay this on here. And make a journal that way, and just, you know, decorate your cover. Now this is a little over the top here, so I think what I want to do is I'm just going to try to take a little piece off. This is just a little too wide. See if I can rip that. Get this size. Oops. Nope, that's not going to work for me. Let me try it from this side. Need really a little bit more to, there we go. Oh, jeez. No, it's just not gonna do it for me. There we go. Just need to get a little bit more. So I hope I didn't make it too small this time. Okay, let's see. Let me add a little bit. Let me just lay this on here to make sure. Yeah, it's better. I'd rather have a little bit of the bag showing. Okay, let me see. That's still not right. Now this is getting dry, so I just need to add a little bit more. I probably will sew this, but I'll show you what you got to do to sew it in a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and put the whole thing down. Fun way to, on these little journals like this, is to use up your cutoffs and stuff, because you know your papers don't have to be all the same size. Yes. So you can put shorter papers in and longer papers in, and, you know, or narrower papers and shorter papers, and just, it's kind of fun that way. It's more of like a variety, more like a junk journal. So you're just adding in what you've got left in your stash. And that was the whole reason for me to start making these. And then I got a little, I started pulling out more stuff as opposed to just scraps. Okay, so now if we were going to sew this, what you would do is you're simply going to, I think, did I trim that? I think the ones I sewed, I ended up trimming the edge and had that double thing. So I would trim here. And actually, I think I'm going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. So you would lay it in the machine like this. So you're not going to sew that down. So you would just run your stitch right up here. And it laid better, I think, if I trim the edge. So I'm trying to remember, yes. So then you would do the same thing on both sides. And then you could come and you could sew up this end here before you glued it down. Now, you don't want to sew here because, oh, do we? Yeah, I think we can sew right here because the only part I really want open is this front part here. So then I could take it and I could sew it here to here. Actually, I could sew it all the way to here if I wanted to. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to glue it. So the only thing we really have to glue right now, oh, you know what? Do I want to glue this? I don't want to glue this down till I do the inside. So I think we'll go ahead and add some fabric on the inside. So let's see how much we need. So I think I'll only go to here, right to where the pocket goes over. There's no reason to cover the inside of the pocket. You can, I mean, but you're really not going to see it. These are so easy to make, you'll see. Okay, now we'll glue this down. I'm going to try to get this all done in one session here. So the first part of next week, whoops, silly Julie. I'm going to start on a brand new desk set, which basically, I call them desk sets because they're so pretty on a desk. It's just a loaded file folder basically, and with, which way do I want this? I kind of like this right here. Loaded pockets and then a matching mini journal that fits inside it. So I've done several different styles of those with different kinds of pockets and folds and flaps and all of that. So you might want to check that out. And I'm working with Seneca Pond Crafts on that, and she's got some amazing digitals. So I'm going to be using, I'm on her design team now, I'm going to be using some of her digis. And I think I'm going to be doing a shabby chic desk set. So if you like that look. Okay, so now I have, this isn't quite glued enough. Now I have the pockets, the inside pocket, and now we're going to decorate the cover. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but we will figure it out as we go. Okay, so now I have a pocket here, and this will fold like this, and here it's ready for me to decorate. Okay. All right, I have these papers. So I think since this is kind of, the back, of course, I'll leave as is. This has red in it. And let me see what this side looks like. So these are kind of fun. So I'm just seeing what I want here. Kind of like the fashion. Guess these are all the same. So maybe just like this. So let me cut I think I'm gonna cut this down about like to here. And I don't know if I can see this here. And I'm gonna go ahead and rip it. And then I'm gonna layer some kind of other fabric or trim underneath that. Go. I'll go ahead and ink this. Oops, it's not the right. Oops, I got it in the wrong place. Oh, that's crooked. Let me try to even this off on my cutter. Still crooked. Try it again. Sometimes these projects just come together really fun and easy, and sometimes they don't. So, all right, let's ink this. I think I'm just going to use some vintage photo. Could use some reds here, could use some of these deep chocolate browns or the tan. All right, now I think I want to put something underneath that. And I do have some of this lace here. I'm gonna tuck a little lace under there. Let me just see what this looks like right here. Maybe just at the bottom, right here. All right, so let me cut a piece of this. Let me use my pinking. You know what? No, I'm gonna use my fabric scissors. Right there. Now I don't need all of this, so I'm gonna kind of trim it down. And then I can save that piece for later. Let me see. Okay, so just a little bit peeking out here. Okay, so I'm just going to see how that looks right now. About like that. Then I do have a little piece of this. No, I don't want that. A little piece of this. What I want to do is I want to have something to hang like a little charm or do a little button. I think I'll do this lace. This is like a beigey color lace. So let me cut a piece of that. I would normally probably just take it and sew it. So let me glue these together first. Kind of cut that a little crooked, didn't I? Just about like that. Let me see. Yep, do that. do have another little piece. This is really sweet. Kind of beige trim, tannish beige. The whole idea is I didn't want to print. I didn't want to print anything. I wanted to take what I had. Okay, so we'll use a little bit of this. And I'm going to kind of like do a little ruffle. Like that. See, I might have to work on it a little bit, but right up here. Normally I would maybe sew this whole thing before I glued it down. So we have a little ruffle here, but I have to come back and I have to add a little glue in the middle. Like a little there. A little there. And a little there. Okay, now I can do pearl buttons. I pulled out, I have this little hanger, it's so cute, but I like the gold. This is a little perfume bottle, and I think it's like Chanel No. 5. So I think I'm just going to get a little bulb pin. I'll get a gold bulb pin. And we'll just, I could glue it. I could add a little bit of thread on there. That would be fun. Here, I got a gold ball pin. A little gold ball pin. Now, we're going to talk about signatures in a minute. There's one or two ways that you can sew on signatures in this. You can either sew them in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little tiny hole through this bag. And I think I'm going to add a, if I can get it in there. Shucks. Oh, it's down in the wrong spot. Son of a gun. That's okay. We can hang it down here. Let me see if I can get a grommet in there. Or an eyelet, rather. I'll do a gold one. I was way off. It's all right. It'll be fine. Oh, I got the wrong size hole, that's why. Oh, shucks. Now I have to try to... Well, you're watching things in real time, guys. There we go. I don't know if I went all the way through. I think I did. I'm really not where I wanted it, but it's where it's gonna go now. All right, so this is where this is gonna hang. Down here. Not really what I wanted. Actually, I think you know what I'm gonna have to do? I think I'm gonna have to put a little ribbon, because now I've got this. Unless I went right through the bag. I think I'm going to put a little ribbon in there since I screwed up so bad. Let me get some, see if I have some sari back here. Oh, goodness. Here's my sari trim. See if I have the right color. Maybe a beige or a red or... I only have green. All right, well... let me look through my other thing after. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tie a little bow here, and then I'm gonna hang this right here, this little perfume bottle. So that's just the way it's gonna be. Now, before, and you'll see when I finish, I might add a little something up here too. Okay, as far as I'm gonna show you how to make this, and I'm gonna show you how to put your papers in here because it's so simple. This is gonna go in the middle. First of all, let's pick some papers out. I did like these, so I'm gonna use a couple of these. I did a whole video on where to find these. I found these papers in Amazon. You can use them for wrapping, and I like to pop them in a journal. So let's get let's use one of these first. Let's pop this in. This has a pocket, so I'll just come back and glue that. Then I think I will use a tea-dyed paper. Okay, and you can make this as thick as you want if you hand sew it. Now, I'm going to take these to the machine and sew them, and I'll show you how. Okay, I'll put that. Actually, let me put this little piece next. And then, I think this. I kind of like that. Very vintage looking. One of these. I think I can probably add, here's a piece of parchment. And another one of these. And I think that in my envelope is all I'm going to be able to fit in there. Now, let me show you how we're going to make this envelope real quick. Okay, so I want these to be able to be sewn in the middle, and so they would sew in right here. Okay, so I'm going to lay them just like this so you can see. You'll be able to slip on this side items in, but really not on this side. So I'm going to slit this side, and I'm going to make a pocket out of this side. So first thing I want to do is I want to glue these two together, and we will be making another little pocket by doing that on this side. So all I'm going to do is add a little glue up the side of each of these. And then line that up. Let me turn it over to make sure. Yeah, because this can be sewn right in. I'm making such a mess today. I'll come back probably and decorate this. All right, so what I want to do here is cut the edge off. Just slit the edge. You can do it on your paper cutter. That way you'll have a pocket in here, but things would slide out. So we're going to add a little something here, and I think I have a piece of this, and make a little pocket. So let's, any trim, page cutoff you have. About that big. It's probably about 2 inches. Let me just tear that. And just eyeballing this. And here. Actually, let me just, all right, just ink it real quick. I think we're getting long on time. And then just add a little glue down the back and up the sides. And you could do a little thumb notch in there if you want. All right. So then we have a pocket here, and then you'll have a pocket there. So where this is going to go, it's going to go right in the middle. Actually, I think I want to do these this way. There you go. And so this is going to be sewn right in the middle, just like that. See? So then you'll have your tuck spot here, you have a tuck spot here, you have a tuck spot here, and you will also have a little tuck spot here. Okay, so that's how that goes. Now, this is where you can either take your little booklet right to the machine, line it up, and just do a straight stitch right down the middle, or you can sew it in like you do your regular signatures. Okay, so I'm going to take it to the machine, and let me show you what that looks like. So you can see I sewed right down the middle here. And now this one I did a little bit different. I have the tuck spot there. Oops, this one I did backwards. I gotta trim the top of that to tuck, to be able to have, I closed off these envelopes, so I gotta remember to do that. Let me see, and like this one, see, sewed right down the middle, just like that. So that's how you do it. And guys, I think that's it. So I'm going to finish decorating this. I don't like that. You know what I might do with that? I might add a ribbon and wrap all the way around and still go back and add this to here. So rather than hang this down here, I'm not sure. I'm going to see what a ribbon looks like. Tie a ribbon through there and wrap it all the way around like a little enclosure. Not sure, but you can always fix your boo-boos. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this mini-series on 2 ways of taking a plain beverage bag and making it into some fun items for your journal or a little mini journal. Okay, thanks for watching and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.